After that, if I'm Andrew Berry, and again, these are two huge ifs, if I am confident that he is heading in the right direction and that he's honestly trying to actively work on his addiction and it's not just talk to get drafted, and if I truly believed he was a first-round talent, both of those things, then I would put in a claim as high as a second-round claim for him. Because I'm with Jason, even though I believe in Shedeur Sanders a little more than you do. I still am under 50% on him, and so and I have zero faith in Deshaun Watson. So I would put in a claim. Those are two big ifs. I'm not sure if I was Andrew Berry I could get there on both those things, but if I did, then I would do it.
I'm trying to ask myself and figure out where in society what changed. Pete Rose is one of the greatest hitters of all time.
Yeah,
he was banned, and he was great. So my thing is, he was the top of the creme de la creme.
But we'll know if he's not going to. There are examples of players that have bet in college.
Yes,
and they haven't been suspended for life.
So
even if he gets suspended, he's not. Even if they did take him, he's not going to play this year.
So
even if he got suspended for all this year,
that's the point. You're taking draft capital and using it on a person who you're not sure about, which then precludes you from going to get another prospect next year.
If you're right, if you're right, and you very well may be.
Yeah.
Think about what you just said. He's not going to play next year.
Right.
What the hell are you doing? Why are you taking a quarterback who's not going to play? Because now you're not going to be any good.
Right.
And now you're going to be going to the 27 draft talking about quarterbacks. Oh, but by the way, you got this guy who sat all the entire year.
If you think he's good and you get him in practice, and
you will know.
I would have put a second-round pick. I've said since the first day,
Yeah.
Round 3 is as high as I would go, and
yeah.
I think the talent is there that you take the flyer on. If it gets suspended a year, you at least get him in practice, and you can see the makeup and all that stuff. And if it pans out, then you use those picks next year on Jeremiah Smith and something else.
I think this is...
Jason, why would it stop you?
Giant if. You're right.
And by the way, if let's say you do stink, and you get the first pick or the second pick, and there's a quarterback you can't pass up on, okay, fine, take him. So the Browns have wasted hundreds of picks over
They wasted
the years.
A third on Dylan Gabriel last year.
They wasted a third, exactly, on Dylan Gabriel.
What's the difference here?
Who we know can't play.
The difference here is, and you're right, there's addicts all over sports. But if they fall back into their addiction, it's not a lifetime ban and a prison sentence. That's what, Emmanuel Clase is looking at 65 years.
That's crazy.
He's not going to serve 65 years.
Well,
but that's what he's looking at.
You're saying if he bets on his team again.
If he falls into this, every incompletion. That's
the whole thing.
Every interception.
I hear you.
Why do you want that cloud over your franchise?
I'm not sure I do, but I think
it's not worth it.
I think as a team, you got to be open-minded.
Every time, if he throws a pick six, you're going to be looking at each other like this.
So you wouldn't take Clase back if you could get him?
No. Absolutely not.
I think a lot of fans would.
I want nothing to do with it.
I wouldn't, but I think a lot of fans would.
Every single time. You heard your coach say right there. Todd Monken is like, well, that's what they want to do. If I'm a coach, I already got a firestorm with Shedeur Sanders.
Yes.
I already got a firestorm with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
I already got a experimental quarterback in Taylor Green and another guy I reached on in Dylan Gabriel that didn't work out. So you're going to tell me I got to take a guy that knowingly bet on his team, and I know that every single college team said that was going to go to court to drag this out. That's how serious they took it. So they took it that serious where they said, I'm going to file an injunction. But you just say, okay, well, let's just take them and use draft capital?
I don't think I didn't come up with my answer, and I don't think the Browns will willy-nilly. I mean, it's obviously nobody's taking it lightly what he did.
What I was like, Todd Monken was so strong on it that, like, Barry said what all GMs say.
But if you were interested, would you tell people? Well, it doesn't benefit you.
All you have to say is, I like our quarterback room, which he said.
Yeah.
But then he went way beyond that to where he said so much. Honestly, if they took him, how could they work together?
You get over it.
I don't know, man. That was strong. Monken was really strong.
He said, I don't know if you can have a guy like that as your franchise quarterback.
Like he really went. Slope. Yeah, he went way past what he needed to say. All you have to say, if you're Todd Monken, I'm happy with the quarterback room that we have. That's it. That's all you have to say. End of answer.
Yeah, fair. That's true.
Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I hope the young man gets an opportunity.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you, G.
I hope.
Let someone else take the chance on him. You don't have to have every misfit toy off the island.
I don't disagree. The Browns, if the Browns were a different franchise, I'd feel better about it, certainly.
I agree.
But let some infrastructure.
Let someone else take that chance.
If you're a good team with an older quarterback, it could make sense.
Yeah. And if you're the Colts, if you're not sold on Daniel Jones.
If the Browns do it, I'm gonna say okay.
I
don't think it's the end of the world.
I think it's a complete disaster waiting to happen. You have the most dysfunctional team over the last 30 years taking on that type of project.
I can't argue that.
There is no way that I can find any sort of path to where that ends well.
I just heard from Deshaun Watson for 2 years. Can you imagine? Like if you got these storylines like that, can you imagine what the first questions are going to be when you put all these guys in this conglomerate? And look, I'm a player's guy. I'm a second chance dude. But just because I don't think it's a good fit for this organization at this time does not mean I don't believe that some organization with a better infrastructure and don't have the same level of restrictions should go out and give them an opportunity. I feel like opportunities are there.
Until you have an answer at the most important position in sports, you have to consider all options.
I almost always agree with that statement. Not in this instance.
Dawg Pound. This quarterback conversation in Cleveland just took another turn. And honestly, this might be the moment where Browns fans need to ask a very simple question. Do we really need another risky quarterback project, or is the answer already sitting inside the building? Because this whole Brendan Sorsby supplemental draft conversation is not just about one player. It is about the Browns' history. It is about 30 years of searching, reaching, gambling, hoping, forcing, resetting, and trying to find the guy at the most important position in sports. And that is why this debate got so heated. In the transcript, Todd Monken sounds very clear. He says he does not think the Browns are in a position to go down that road. He says he likes the quarterbacks they already have. And when a head coach goes that far, when he does not just give the basic answer, when he actually says it is a slippery slope and questions whether that kind of situation can become your franchise quarterback, that is not nothing. That is a message. And the message sounds like this. Cleveland already has enough fire in the quarterback room. You already have Shedeur Sanders. You already have Deshaun Watson. You already have young quarterbacks trying to prove themselves. You already have pressure. You already have noise. You already have a fan base that is tired of experiments. So why invite another cloud over the building? That is the part that really hits home. Because Browns fans know this story too well. They have seen the franchise try to solve quarterback in every possible way. Mid-round picks, late-round hope, big money swings, big name experiments, short-term fixes, long-term promises. And year after year, the same question comes back. When is Cleveland finally going to get stability at quarterback? But here's where the conversation changes. Because while everyone is talking about whether the Browns should chase another quarterback, Shedeur Sanders is quietly giving Cleveland a reason to be patient. And that is the positive side of this story. Shedeur is not just a name. He's not just a media storyline. He's not just Deion Sanders' son. He is a young quarterback who is starting to show real growth inside this Browns offense. During minicamp, the Browns' official site reported that Shedeur took first-team reps in team drills and connected on deep touchdown passes to Denzel Boston and Isaiah Bond. That matters. Why? Because that tells you the arm talent is there, the timing is developing, the chemistry with these young receivers is starting to show. And for a team trying to build a new offensive identity, that is exactly what you want to hear. Then comes the Todd Monken part. Monken has praised Shedeur's development, especially when it comes to being more decisive, processing quicker, getting the ball out of his hands, and eliminating lost yardage plays. And Dawg Pound, those are huge, because those are not just highlight traits. Those are winning quarterback traits. Anybody can flash in practice. Anybody can make one big throw. But processing faster, avoiding negative plays, getting the ball out on time, stacking plays, that is how you build a real NFL quarterback. And that is why the Sorsby conversation actually makes Shedeur look even more important, because the Browns do not need more chaos. They need development. They don't need another quarterback controversy just for the sake of having another headline. They need to find out what they already have in Shedeur Sanders. And if Shedeur is improving the way Monken says he is, if he's taking first-team reps, if he's hitting explosive plays downfield, if he's building chemistry with Denzel Boston, Isaiah Bond, KC Concepcion, Jerry Jeudy, Harold Fannin Jr., and the rest of this offense, then why rush to throw another risky name into the middle of this? That is not building a quarterback room. That is creating a storm. Now, Andrew Berry is doing what a general manager has to do. He cannot publicly close every door. He has to evaluate every prospect. He has to do due diligence. That is his job. But Todd Monken is the coach. He's the one trying to build the offense, manage the room, develop the young quarterbacks, and create a culture that actually works. And if Monken is already saying he likes the quarterbacks he has, maybe that tells us something. Maybe it tells us Shedeur Sanders has done enough to keep this opportunity alive. Maybe it tells us Cleveland should stop chasing every complicated quarterback situation and finally commit to building the right environment around one young player. Because Shedeur does not need chaos. He needs structure. He needs protection. He needs reps. He needs timing with his receivers. He needs a run game that takes pressure off his shoulders. He needs a defense that gives him extra possessions. And most importantly, he needs a coaching staff that lets him grow without turning every week into another circus. That's how you develop a quarterback. And that is why this moment is bigger than Brendan Sorsby. This is about whether the Browns are finally ready to stop repeating the same mistakes. Are they going to keep looking outside the building every time a new name appears? Or are they going to look at Shedeur Sanders and say, let's see what we really have here? Because the flashes are there, the confidence is there, the deep ball is there, the leadership is growing, the processing is improving, and the opportunity is still wide open. So, Dawg Pound, I know the quarterback search has been painful. I know this fan base has been burned too many times, but maybe, just maybe, the smartest move Cleveland can make right now is not adding another risky quarterback to the room. Maybe the smartest move is giving Shedeur Sanders every real chance to win this job. Because if he keeps growing, if he keeps stacking good days, if he keeps building chemistry with these young weapons, the Browns may not need another gamble. They may already have the story everyone is waiting to see. And now the question is simple. Should Cleveland chase another quarterback, or should the Browns finally build around Shedeur Sanders? Drop your take in the comments, Dawg Pound, because this quarterback battle is not cooling down anytime soon. It is only getting louder.